For over 15 years, fans have been anxiously awaiting a reboot of the hit show Frasier. That show, which ran on NBC for 11 seasons, aired its final episode on May 13, 2004. The show itself was a continuation of the titular character's exploits in the previous hit series Cheers. The character was portrayed by Kelsey Grammer. Cheers introduced Frasier Crane as a temporary character before eventually promoting him to a series regular. It appears that TV audiences have always loved Frasier Crane, and their love affair with the character looks as if it's about to be reborn. It's been announced that a potential reboot of Frasier is in the works on Paramount's new streaming service, Paramount+. Now that a Frasier reboot is happening, here's what you should know. Frasier initially appeared on NBC on September 16, 1993. The show revolved around the life of Frasier Crane. It also showcased his friends, family, and co-workers in the city of Seattle. Frasier had been introduced to Cheers as a love interest for the character Diane Chambers, famously portrayed by actress Shelley Long. The original intention of the character was to add some drama to the relationship of Diane and Sam Malone, played by Ted Danson. When Shelley Long was fired, Frasier Crane was kept on as a series regular due to the popularity of the character with audiences. It was no surprise when this popularity led to a spin-off soon after Cheers came to an end. Although Frasier was technically a spin-off of Cheers, it soon became apparent that it was going to be a much different beast. Cheers appealed to the everyman, the type of blue-collar worker who might become a regular of the bar in real life. In Cheers, the character of Frasier Crane caught on because of how he contrasted with the mostly middle-class denizens of the bar. However, when it came time for Frasier to take center stage in his own show, the tone shifted considerably. Frasier ambitiously attempted a much more conceptual and dry-humored format, slightly more akin to a British sitcom than an American one. Along with other genre-bending sitcoms like Seinfeld, some feel Frasier represented a turning point in the complexity of TV. If Cheers was the kind of show Ted Danson's Sam Malone might watch, Frasier was the type of show Frasier might watch. The spin-off saw the character of Frasier make a clean break from his life in Cheers. His wife was written out of the story in the form of a divorce, and no other characters were set to make appearances. Conveniently, his wife retained sole custody of their son, Frederick. The setting of Boston, which Cheers wore on its sleeve, was replaced by Seattle. Frasier moved there after being offered a job and never looked back. Along with a new setting, the show also brought with it plenty of new and interesting characters. These included Frasier's family, friends, and co-workers. Perhaps most prominent were Frasier's brother and father, played by David Hyde Pierce and John Mahoney. In the show's initial episodes, Frasier was looking forward to life as a bachelor before being forced to take in his retired father. His father, Martin, was a retired detective with mobility issues and a short temper. While Frasier's upper-class ways brought an element of culture clash to Cheers, Martin's lowbrow ways brought an opposing culture clash to its spin-off. Martin also brought with him his small dog Eddie, who constantly posed a different kind of contrast to the clean and somewhat OCD-stricken Frasier. Frasier hired a live-in nurse for his father, who became a main character, and was written in as a love interest for Frasier's brother Niles. Niles was a fellow psychiatrist who was routinely present, whether hanging around the Seattle apartment with their father or accompanying Frasier and waxing poetic about the events of the day. Although Niles was married when the series began, he fell for Daphne over the course of the series. Other notable characters included Frasier's co-workers on his radio show, headed by his producer, Roz. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Despite its somewhat experimental tone, Frasier became a huge hit. Apparently, it was just what the doctor ordered. The show lasted 11 seasons, making it one of the longest-running sitcoms of all time. Over its run, the characters got into plenty of hijinks, including a good deal of reliable will they or won't they tension between Niles and Daphne. In a novel choice, Niles' wife, Maris, was never portrayed on screen, although her character served as a major conflict throughout the series. The classic irony of the show was that, despite being educated psychiatrists, both Frasier and his brother seemed completely inept at solving their own problems. Niles was often pushed around by his wife and had a very hard time standing up for himself. Similarly, Frasier had a hard time standing up for himself when it came to his father, as well as other people. By the time Frasier was canceled in 2004, Kelsey Grammer had been portraying the character for 20 years. Since his introduction on Cheers in 1984, the character had become a part of the family for much of the audience. For this reason, many were understandably upset to see him go. However, as the show's actors became more and more popular, it became too expensive to keep producing new episodes. By the end of the show, Kelsey Grammer was receiving $1.6 million an episode. Although the show was still doing okay in the ratings, its high production costs simply made further production no longer feasible. Grammer suggested he was open to pay cuts to keep the show going, but that was only going to fix part of the problem. In the end, it appeared as if the show had reached its end, at least for the time being. Although Frasier ended its 11-season run in 2004, the character never died in the hearts of fans. And he never died in the heart of the actor who portrayed him, Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey routinely fought for the resurrection of the popular character, and it appears he may now have finally won the battle. It's been recently announced that a Frasier reboot is in the works at Paramount. It'll be an exclusive for their new streaming platform, Paramount+. Fans were understandably ecstatic. However, the good news came with a caveat. Since the end of Frasier in 2004, one of its stars has passed away. John Mahoney, who portrayed Frasier's father, passed away in 2018. After having been diagnosed with throat cancer in 2014, he passed away due to related complications. Because of this, any Frasier reboot will have to eschew the beloved character of Martin, Frasier and Niles' father. While this is understandably a major concern for fans, Kelsey Grammer is optimistic the new reboot can make it work. Grammer likened the issue to the event of Nicholas Colasanto's passing during the filming of Cheers. Colasanto portrayed the character of Coach before his death in 1985. After his death, the show replaced him with up-and-coming actor Woody Harrelson. Woody, whose character shared his first name, became a huge hit. While his character brought a different energy than Coach did, it was an energy the fans grew to welcome. Hopefully, the new Frasier reboot can find a similar solution for replacing the beloved character of Martin. In the meantime, fans and co-workers alike continue to pay their respects for the late character actor who portrayed him. Over its 11-season run, over 260 episodes of Frasier were produced. Comment below to share your personal favorite episode, or if you have any ideas for storylines you'd like to see in the upcoming Paramount Plus reboot. And be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.